now I'll take you through the steps on how I built my Cloudbuster. I found these attachments called copper bell hangers. The plumbers that did my house use them, and I'd never seen these before, so they kind of gave me this idea. So you can buy these copper bell hangers on Amazon. But of course, when you buy stuff on the internet, it might not come as it seemed. So basically, the first one I tried to screw on snapped. And then come to find out, each screw has this little cardboard washer on it. And it's all in plastic packaging. So as you can see, they all were rusted in the middle. Almost all of them. So if you tried to screw those in, they'll snap. So instead of using their screws, I used the GRK star pattern, which they're always 10 times stronger anyway. So once you start screwing them in, you want to use your eyes to line up the hangers to make sure the pipe is straight. Then you want to find your pattern. So you might need to take all your copper hangers and hammer them in place around the piece of wood you're going to use. And then eye them up, best you can. You can always adjust this stuff after the fact. Banging, it's just metal, so you can kind of, metal and copper, you can bend it somewhat. As long as you're tightly screwed into the wood, that's the main thing. So now, but before I put on the copper pipes, I want to twist zinc wire around it. Then once I got the zinc wire on, I want to wrap copper wire the opposite way on it. I mean, it's just a big experiment, and I'm just thinking every time the copper touches the zinc, it's going to be causing energy to be created. Then once you've wrapped the whole thing in your zinc and your copper or whatever you're going to use, you can start adding the copper pipes now. Now at this point, it's a big experiment, so, and I don't know what this means or if this has any credence, but when I first started wrapping the top of my cloud busting device, I kind of tightened it, kind of contracted it inward, and was kind of making a Tesla coil at the top. And I was bending the copper on the top, spinning it around, so basically condensing the top of the tower inward instead of expanding. And as I did that, clouds came, and it just seemed like it got darker. So then I was like, I want to make a cloud buster. I'm not trying to bring clouds. So I figured you probably have to expand your pipes outward to push things away. So I ended up shoving this plastic bucket I have in place to try and expand the pipes outward. And of course, it gets all sunny when I start doing that. So I'm just experimenting. There's probably a lot more to this, but it could be very simple to where if you squeeze your pipes inward, it brings clouds. If you squeeze them outward, it pushes them away. Seems kind of logical, but there's a lot more to it, So the final step is I want to add my crystals on the top. I want to create the piezoelectric effect. So I just got a Pyrex bowl and put a bunch of raw crystals on the bottom, a bunch of quartz in the middle, and then my fancy stones on the top. Got some lapis lazuli, amethyst, bloodstone, celeste, all the pretty ones. And here's the finished product. So, I mean, the Log doesn't turn out the straightest, but I have it pretty level, pointing right up into the sky. Probably buried it about 2 feet in because it's really heavy. I have 8 pipes that I'm using. It's a lot of copper. So I figured you bury that thing a couple feet in, it's pretty solid. And then I figure, hey, let's throw some granite stones at the bottom. So I just go out into my road with a bucket, collect a bunch of granite stones, and throw them there.